I believe they got an inheritance from Harry's great-grandmother, the Queen Mother. We don't know what they got from the late Queen. I know that he had from Diana. He's discussed how he had money from Diana's estate. But their security costs, as you mentioned, I think it's like £2 million a year. Their mortgage would be high. These deals were big deals. The Netflix one, the Spotify one, which has been over, I think, for 2 years. And the new one that Meghan would be on with a much smaller streaming service, it wouldn't be anything like those numbers you'd have to assume that they had with Spotify. Harry has that role, I believe, still with BetterUp as their chief impact officer. I have absolutely no idea what that role would pay, mostly because I don't know what it means. But for all these reasons, I think that you are talking about huge overheads every year, and especially with staffing costs. And that has to be maintained.
They go through quite a lot of them.
They go through. Imagine the induction process. That all costs money when you keep hiring. So I think you are looking at a huge amount of money every year that they're needing to spend, and you would have to imagine that with the Netflix deal, wrapping up this year and probably being renegotiated, I can't imagine it will be anywhere near the same number that it was, because Netflix is not signing those sorts of deals anymore anyway. So yes, I think that you are looking at a scenario where maybe there will be more books. I don't know. You don't know what they'll do in the future. Well,
this is the point. Is that if true, they are running out of money. What happens when they really do run out of money? So, Simon, you touched on it. You were talking about they may have to sell more of their story or their lifestyle, or tell their past and their secrets, or do they come back with a begging bowl, dear Dad, or dear brother, even, I need a bit of money?
We're seeing this from a British perspective, an Australian perspective as well, but seeing it from the UK. I mean, they do have a lot of loyal fans, as we know, especially in America. So I'm sure they'll be able to monetise stuff for a long time. They may well be watching this programme right now. And if they are, I mean, I'm
very
sincere.
Very clever people.
I'm sincere when I say I genuinely hope it works out.
Yeah.
I genuinely hope that they are able to, keep the lifestyle they want there and do the deals they want to do. I'm sure they don't care about what I think, but I hope it all works out. But I don't know how long you can keep stringing along some of those deals,
I completely agree with you as well, because as we've discussed in the past, what we wanted to see was them to branch away from the royal connection. Meghan has done that, whether you like her new products and her show or not. She has done that now. Hopefully that does work, and that is something we don't know yet, I think, financially, whether that's a big success. We know that the series has a season 2, but I believe that was already in the can. Then there potentially will be a season 3. Who knows? But maybe that will grow into the empire she's hoping it will be, and that will fund them into the future. But I think that still remains to be seen.
You're totally right. I mean, Simon just touched on the loyal fan base, and I think I read this week that Meghan's had to give refunds due to high demand on some of her jams. So if we believe that it's totally sold out, they're having to offer refunds because they couldn't honour some of the purchases, because so many people, so many fans and followers have ended up buying all her jam and spreads.
And they may have done, which, by the way, they're very expensive. So, if there are people clamouring to buy it, good for her, I suppose, because that's because they want to be associated with her brand, because you can get a cheaper jam in many other places. But again, we don't know how many were released in that initial stock drop. So it's very hard to speculate on how many fans were trying to get them that are now getting refunds, or how many sold out, because we don't know what was in that product drop.
Buy shares in flour sprinkles. Or is it too late?
I think that's how they can save money now. Just cut back a little bit on the flour sprinkles. I think that's one of the areas.
Do you think when they're looking at the budgets, they're like going, we've spent this much on mortgage, this much on security, flour sprinkles?
It would have to be top 3. You're thinking if they're putting them on coffee, you've got mortgage, security, flour sprinkles, kids' education has to be below. Like, it has to be flour sprinkles up the top 3.
Oh, dear. Well, again, we talked about wanting to be a fly on the wall in Royal Lodge. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in Montecito.
We're going to have to cut the sprinkles. First world problem.
Save the sprinkles.
Just get another credit card, Harry. We'll chuck it all on another credit card.